You should be mad as hell, and you need to show these people you will not take it anymore. Republicans are voting as expected, a likely acquittal of the president, a vote I could actually see on the merits. Not a great argument, but plausible. What is without any basis except in bald-faced cowardice is the vote to hold the first trial in history where you willfully avoid the people who know the truth of the president's words and deeds. And that takes us to the worst part of all of this, I argue. Now that it's safe, here come the Republicans admitting the truth. First came Tennessee Senator Alexander. I think it was inappropriate and wrong for the president to do what he did. And I think it was proven. The question is whether you apply capital punishment to every offense. And I think in this case, I think the answer is no. No, it's not the question. The question is, how can he think you should decide what the consequence is, and then in good conscience vote to deny you the information to make that decision? And that job of spin there is from a guy who's retiring. It gets worse. Florida Senator Marco Rubio. Just because actions meet a standard of impeachment doesn't mean it's in the best interest of the country to remove a president from office. I will not vote to remove the president because doing so would inflict extraordinary and potentially irreparable damage to our already divided nation. Now you want to say it's impeachable. You talk about inflicting damage. You keep your mouth shut. You keep your head down. But now you say he was rightly impeached, but you deny people access to the proof of the same, and then you complain about division. You are creating the division. You called Trump a con artist who should be selling fake watches. Well, who is selling junk now? This isn't politics. This is poison. Here's another dose. Alaska Senator Murkowski, supposed to be open to both sides. It is sad for me to admit that as an institution, the Congress has failed. We're sadly at a low point of division in this country. Murkowski is sad. If you're sad, don't be the problem that you are sad about. You vote to not have witnesses that you have been carping about. We need to know, first person. Don't let these people play you. The division is not about us. Our society isn't failing. They are the problem. Politicians who choose tribe and Trump over truth, position in party over a position of principle. And yeah, I'm talking about both sides, but I'm looking at you, GOP. This is the very first time we've seen a party try one of its own, and it has sadly confirmed all cynicism about you people not being able to be about anything bigger than yourselves. You want to play whataboutism? Fine. You made Putin jealous tonight. How you cower before Trump. No, Democrats are not the same. Democrats under Clinton went after their own outwardly and inwardly over something way less important than this. And these solicitous senators know it. Then the president went under oath. Starr got everyone and their aunt. Starr was allowed to go from a real estate mess to a blue dress. Republicans sided with Democrats to acquit, and that president apologized.
Now that the Senate has fulfilled its constitutional responsibility, bringing this process to a conclusion, I want to say again to the American people how profoundly sorry I am for what I said and did to trigger these events and the great burden they have imposed on the Congress and on the American people.
And by the way, he felt he'd been done dirty, and he still said that because he thought that was the humility that leadership demanded, and he was right. Now you have the exact fear of the founders made manifest by a president who openly mocks principle. He lies to your face. He calls you names, and he mocks you even when you're in his own party, anytime it suits him. He may as well have grabbed Lindsey Graham and so many others by their ankles and shook them upside down as the currency of their credibility fell from their pockets like their lunch money. If Republicans think what this president did was wrong, even impeachable, but removal was too much, and that's what you're going to hear. It's going to fill your screens. They're going to try to salvage their souls. Well, force them to show it. censure him. They did it to Andrew Jackson for basically doing the same thing, assuming power not confirmed to him by the Constitution. You know, in the movie Network, there was this famous call to outrage against the politicians and the systems who are doing you dirty. Go to your windows, scream that you're mad as hell and you're not going to take it anymore. Well, I'll tell you what, I hope your voices echo all over this country. Denying you due process was wrong. Let them know that you know what they did and you are mad as hell.